folks, Roger Cormier for Midwest Outdoors. Today we're up on beautiful Devil's Lake, North Dakota. Joining me today is Zippy Dahl. He's one of the guides up here. We're going to be doing some jumbo perch fishing and talk a little bit about the fishery at Devil's Lake. Steve, folks have been coming up here for years to catch big jumbo perch. What's the attraction?
Well, I think...
Oh, look at this one.
Definitely the perch. You got it right there. It's a nice one. What makes our perch so unique here is the size of them. There's all kinds of jumbo shrimp down there for them to eat, and they like to feed on that.
That's the reason their bellies are like that, huh?
Ooh, I missed one.
Got one there too. These fish are fat, plump, and average size about 9 or 10 inches.
Yeah,
huh?
That's a good average.
Yep, dandy fish. We'll have him for dinner tonight. Tell you what, Zippy, some of the best perch fishing, maybe the best perch lake in the whole country.
Well, we like to think so.
Oh my goodness, look at this one. Look at these fish, folks. You like jumbo perch, winter or summer. Obviously they're a fun fish to catch in the wintertime, but tell you what, you can't get much bigger than that on a consistent basis. And this isn't just a jumbo perch fishery either. There's three other great game fish in the lake too.
Yeah, there's walleyes and northerns and white bass. We do even have some crappie in this lake, but good luck finding them.
There's so much new structure that's come up as a result of the flooding. A lot of shoreline wooded area, and they were telling me yesterday that's an area that, as a guide, you really haven't explored that much.
No.
There's thousands of trees underwater now, and
yeah, there's thousands of 1,000 miles of trees underwater is exactly right. You know, that's kind of new to us. Generally, you know, to go find the walleyes, it used to be kind of a golden rule. You'd go 14 feet of water just outside the trees. Well, now it's 14 to 20 feet in the trees. So, you know, in the summertime, that's primarily where everybody fishes. They're throwing cranks into those trees, and a lot of people's philosophy is they never leave. There's a good one.
oh yeah,
They never leave those trees.
double. They just stay in there and fish the whole time, huh?
If they don't need to leave, they won't.
Oh man, look at that, another good one. I think you got me beat on size this time. This is a little guy here, but got all sizes. A lot of good year class hatches in the lake, and look at that, another pounder. Great fish. It is so fun, folks, when you set the hook on a perch and it takes out line. Just pulls the rod down. Now we're using lighter rods here, 24 or 30 inch, either fiberglass composite or graphite rods. I like the softer tip when they're biting a little lighter. So does Zippy. Look at this pig. Oh, just barely got him in there. It's another pounder.
Nice one, you betcha.
But we like to bring these rods that have a little softer tips, and then also some ones that are a little sturdier. When the fish are really aggressive, you don't need such a soft tip to feel that bite, so a stiffer rod will work fine. Zippy, why don't you tell the folks what kind of jigs they're going to want to bring up here to catch these perch?
We use a lot of rat finkies, Dave Gen's worms, Castmasters, the chrome and blue wrap, and then this is the newest one made by Rapala. It's the glow-in-the-dark one.
Oh, yeah.
And
the little fat boy.
That's a fat boy.
Mostly it seems like the horizontal lures work better here, ones that ride in the water like that with the hook coming up behind rather than the vertical jigging spoons, which is, it's not really typical. Most perch lakes you use jigging spoons to catch them.
Yeah, they also work here. Look at there, no bait on the hook. I wonder why you're outdoing me.
Yes, tell the folks about this.
Well, this is what we call a pencil weight. What we did is take a brass welding rod and hammer the ends of it flat, and then drill a small hole in it and put some snap swivels on. And like you say, this will get that lighter tackle and those lighter jigs down in a hurry to the bottom. And when you're on perch, that's what you want. You want to be able to be as efficient as possible.
Right.
You never know when that bite's going to quit.
And one little tidbit you wanted to point out about the way you tie your jig onto your welding rod there?
This is a key secret, folks. Always make sure that your lead line is shorter than your pencil weight. Otherwise, you'll run into tangling problems. There's been many 2-pounders caught, a lot of 2-4s, a lot of 2-2s, and I've seen one 2-6 this year.
Here's a Here's about a 7-inch perch right here. 6.5, 7-inch perch, which is a nice eating perch anywhere.
Yeah.
And then there's a typical Devil's Lake perch, right in the neighborhood of a pound. And they do get them up to 2 pounds here. In fact, it's the only lake in the state they have what is called a Whopper Club.
Yeah, that's kind of a unique deal too, because anywhere in the state, if you catch a 1.5 pound perch, it makes a Whopper Club here in North Dakota. But if you're fishing Devil's Lake, it's got to be a 2 pounder in order to make that Whopper Club.
They had to increase the regulations for the Whopper Club just for Devil's Lake because there's so many big ones.
The #1 reason why the perch are the size they are in Devil's Lake is the freshwater shrimp that's available here in this fishery.
You can see this fish that Zippy just caught here is spitting up just dozens of them. The fish are completely plumb full of them. There's billions of them in the lake. They're a high protein forage for the fish. Grows big perch and grows them in a hurry. Oh, just look at the average size of these fish, folks. They're just dandies. All pushing close to a pound.
That one's about a perfect pound.
Great fish, great color on them.
Oh, they're pretty.
And such a great fishery, folks. Attracts a lot of fishermen and their families. And this is a community that caters specifically to the angling people that come up here. You've got tons of motels and hotels around. They're very reasonably priced, so there's lots of great places to stay. Woodland Resorts, located right on the shores of the lake. Another great place to stay if you're interested in coming up here to do some fishing. Besides having plenty of accommodations, there's Main Street shopping. You've got some excellent restaurants in town in case you want to go out for an evening and enjoy a meal on the town. It's also a great place in the wintertime, of course, to snowmobile and cross-country ski. You've got miles and miles of trails, and so besides fishing, there's other things to do, but of course, Devil's Lake being such a great fishery really primarily attracts fishermen and their families. Another good one, Zippy. Sun's coming out. It's going to be a beautiful day. We're catching perch. Folks, it's real easy to get up to Devil's Lake. It's about a 6-hour drive north of Minneapolis, St. Paul, a couple hours north of Fargo, North Dakota. You can obviously get here by interstate or fly on in, but a lot of people take what they call a Perch Express. This is a great idea. You hop on an Amtrak from any city, up you come overnight, you get a nice night's sleep, you get some hot food, nice chance to relax instead of getting all stressed out driving up here. You arrive in Devil's Lake in the morning, you're refreshed, you're ready to go. Great way to get to Devil's Lake to catch perch in the wintertime.
There's one.
Got one?
Good one.
All right. See him coming up on my flasher. I want to thank Steve Zippy Dahl for taking us out, and also his co-guides Dave and Jim. Remind you, if you like winter perch fishing, folks, there's no better place to do it than Devil's Lake, North Dakota. Look at that horse. We'll be right back with more Midwest Outdoors.